Sure. So my name is Anna Baird. I sit on our Canadian leadership team for Google Cloud Canada, and I was here talking not only about Google Cloud today, but also the broader Google Alphabet sort of contributions to this industry. So I think we're connected in multiple ways. One of the areas I talked about is a recent company that we spun out of our Google X factory, our moonshot factory we call it, which is called Mineral. And Mineral's dedicated to the agricultural sector. Their mission statement is investigating plant kind to optimize and serve for mankind and the opportunities that lie in between. And so, you know, there's a very powerful statement in terms of what can we do in this industry? What does it mean to communities, whether it's food, whether it's talking about sustainability of soil, understanding sort of fleet management and capability there, understanding machinery and supply chain. And so I think, you know, from Google's perspective, when we look across some of the ways that we allow people to find information through search or learn about practices and data through YouTube or Google Cloud, where, you know, we're inviting people to store their data securely, allow them to be innovative with it, allow them to take advantage of the insights that come out of data. So across Google and Alphabet, we really feel like providing tangible ways for everyone to kind of enter this stage of democratizing artificial intelligence and understanding the value and insights that can come from the data being collected in this industry. So many reasons. I mean, I think we talk a lot about sustainability and sustainability, the environment and sustainability take on so many different conversations from, you know, what are the emissions being produced when we are planting and cultivating food? Are those emissions challenging our weather patterns? Are they challenging the way that we collect healthy water? So I think there's a whole sustainability lens that can take a few different avenues. I think when we, you know, as a company and part of the role that I play talking to a lot of our Google Cloud customers and boards is what can we be doing better? So how can we optimize the outputs we're getting, but can we get there differently? And so, you know, with the agricultural industry, it's also partnering with utilities who often provide, you know, electricity and water so that farms can function properly, so that supply chains can work, so that we can get, you know, great food and great drink and capability in our communities. So I think there's a whole ecosystem that we were talking about today. And sort of we believe, I think Google's entire ethos is how can we solve the world's biggest problems, and what does that mean for an individual person, a community, a government, a country, a world? Because at the end of the day, we have got a lot of different countries in this globe, but we all share the weather, we all share the bodies of water, we all share to some degree, you know, how the land is being cultivated, and so what best practice can we get out of all of those learnings?
Absolutely.
So I think across the panel, I mean, not just myself, but across some of the other panelists talking about tech today, I think there's an education conversation here and sort of an understanding of what is this technology and what is this phase of artificial intelligence and what does it mean to different industries. So I think there's a baseline sort of a literacy there that we can all join in on and self-educate and self kind of propagate and learn from each other. I think there was a huge conversation about accessibility. So, you know, how do we make sure that across the entire country, not just in major cities, but the entire provinces, territories that we live in, make sure that people have accessibility to connectivity, to technology, so that we can kind of partner human and machine to create some of these great outcomes. And then I think the third one, which is probably the most simple, is how do we come together and share what we're learning? I think today's a great example of that, an event where you can get, you know, a great think tank going between farmers, between individuals in the agricultural industry, and just sharing even our challenges and the actual problems that we're trying to solve. Are those the right problems to be focusing on? And then how do we go and start to create some opportunities for solutions? I mean, I think the tech is going to change regardless. And so kind of what we said today is like inertia is not our friend. Like staying in one place and hoping for different outcomes or trying the same things over and over again and hoping for different outcomes, it's just never going to get us to a new opportunity or a different opportunity. I think we just need to be thoughtful about how, you know, we start to make kind of micro change to get to that macro shift that technology will be a horizontal experience across industries. And I don't take for granted that even working in this industry, it feels sometimes like there's just an avalanche of information that we need to take in. And so, how can each of us play a role in digesting kind of what this new wave of AI looks like, and just coming back to that education part. I think my aha moment was just hearing the same kind of comments from my fellow panelist, George, and then a question from the audience, which was, yes, we have data, we have it in droves, what do we do with it? And I think, on a regular basis, I get asked this question from Google Cloud's customers and partners, sort of where do we start and what do we do with it and who's done it before us that we can learn from. And so I don't take that lightly, and I think that there are kind of what I'll call like the crawl, walk, run. Where do we start in data collection and understanding our data, and then take it to the next step, like what analyzing capabilities are already out there? Where can we start to trial new things? How can we get a little uncomfortable but comfortable with kind of this new technology? And I think fellow panelists said it, you just have to start playing with it. You don't have to break privacy, you don't have to give away your data, but definitely just start to ask, AI in its sort of consumer form, questions and start to see what it produces. It gives you sort of a pattern and a rhythm of what you can expect in terms of putting your data out into a secure place to start to get insight out of it.